and they've gone in the depth of the research that they have done in order to identify that what is that one reason which keeps people going. Now when you look at this, this talks about ikigai means a reason for being. And we are nowadays, people are a lot talking about purpose, they're a lot talking about passion, they're a lot talking about their vision and mission. Even in corporates, even in workshops, even with students, we are talking a lot. But can there be a process by which we can help students or parents or anyone who comes to you to identify 4 factors in their equation? And it can be as simple as, what is your passion, what are you really passionate about? Now there is a difference between hobby and passion. Hobby, I might love 10 things, but there is something different about few of the things that we do. And all of us into this industry of training, coaching, we realize how important it is to have passion in whatever we do. Otherwise your performance will not be up to the mark if you're not passionate about it, and you will not be able to face the lows of that equation if you're not passionate. So passion is really important, but along with passion, it is important that we understand the intensity of passion, right? And if student they don't understand it, so I ask them, okay, on the scale of 10, how much will you rate to passion, to all of those that you think you are passionate about? Now some say, sir, I am very passionate about sports, I am very passionate about photography, I am very passionate about technology. Okay, good, you're passionate about a lot of things. Can you give a rating to each of that passion, right? So passion, along with that you add a mission to it. Now I remember one student, and he was I think in 9th standard, but he has played football from his school and represented at national level. So he came, sir मुझे UK जाना है और वहाँ से स्पोर्ट्स मैनेजमेंट करके आना है, बिकॉज मुझे पता है कि अगर मैंने वहाँ से स्पोर्ट्स मैनेजमेंट करके आया तो आई विल बी लाइक, ओके, आई एम डन फॉर माई लाइफ, आई हैव अचीव्ड एवरीथिंग. He was really passionate about, and it was visible in his results. Like he was able to get national level in spite of injuries, in spite of sickness. He was going for practice, doing all those things, but he was not having a mission to it. And when I further questioned him to identify and to uncover a lot of things in his and to get clarity for him, what we finally agreed after 3 sessions is that, you know what, I want to do sports management from UK, because when you send your children to outside India for studies, it is huge investment. And most of the time it has happened that they are not comfortable with weather, they are not comfort, they have n number of excuses, and they come back, and all the money that their parents have invested is in vain, because it's nothing beyond the choices of their students, their children. So they they allow them कि ठीक है आप आ जाओ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, हम लोग देख लेंगे. But it is not a conscious decision then, right? So we help parents to students to get a little more clarity, only not looking at the fascination that they have about the sports and going outside India, but also the deeper level connection with what they are doing and why they are doing. Now they might not understand why at a deeper level, so we might need to go at a different, give them a different perspective from that. So with that student, what really happened is, after 2 sessions we got into that clarity that I want to do sports management from UK. Why? Because there are a lot of good sports player, and especially football player in the rural India, and I want to be the person who wants to give them that platform. Okay, now it is very immature thought, but you know what, the action changed, the seriousness changed, and his parents told me, Yogesh, there is a lot of difference in the maturity, in the thought process of that student, only because it was clear to him that okay, he is passionate about it, but why he was doing and why he was pursuing that as a full-time career, right? So passion, you add a mission to it, and it is said that in that specific village, each and every one do not get up to complete their ritual, right? What is daily ritual? You get up, you go to office, you do your ritual, and you come back, and that's it. That's what we believe that that is why we are here. But in that specific village, and I think in even in Japan, it is the tradition that people don't retire there. You know, anyone? People in Japan do not retire because whatever they do, they are very passionate about it, and they say that passion never retires. And if you're passionate about something, it will never retire. And this is really very profound. And when I read about it, about ikigai and about the culture that they have about retirement in Japan, I was really fascinated to see, and I realized why the economy of Japan is really very different from rest of them, because people don't retire there, they keep on, and it is really an inspiration. Now we look at Brigadier. He says, I'm just starting my career, and you know that requires a lot of passion. So first, let's have a round of applause for Brigadier, a virtual clap.